Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Okay, hello everyone, welcome to episode 57 of the International Pentagon Challenge. So, third and final match of our Group B African Cup of Nations 2029 game against Zambia. And really, I think we only need a point to guarantee qualification into the next round, but 3 points would guarantee top of the group, regardless of scores elsewhere. And I feel like Zambia are set up in such a way that suits us perfectly. Very narrow. We're going to have our wide men put a lot of emphasis on their fullbacks, of course. We'll do some tweaks centrally to deal with the fact that they are going to have an extra person to us, but I'm really hoping to hopefully see us score 2 or 3 goals this game, particularly down the wings, using the wings on the counter-attack. We'll look to do something similar to what we did in the first game against Morocco, utilising Ramsey and Siam's pace out on the left. Siam was injured in the last game, but he's recovered fine. And I do kind of want to see Said score and get on the score sheet as well. I do want to be at least 2-0 up, hopefully, by half-time. That way I can bring on some fresh legs and, you know, make sure we can maintain some of the lads' fitness for the more important knockout games to come. So straight on, I'm actually going to try and do something a little bit risky. But like I said, I want a 1-2 goal lead going into half-time. So instead of retaining possession, we're going to be more mixed in terms of our directness. We're going fairly wide to take advantage of, obviously, the formation that they are playing. And we're looking to mainly exploit the left flank. Abdul Rauf is going to be on support. He's going to come central to try and help us deal with the numbers in the middle of the park. And most of our attacks will be down the left-hand side, where we'll look to get Said scoring if possible. Nedved comes into the team instead of Shouty. While Shouty had a really good game in the last game, he's on 79% physical condition and probably needs a rest if we're going to have him nice and fresh for the last 16 game. So here we go then. Zambia. Let's see what they can do then, shall we? We're going to look to try and stretch, really, the pitch as much as possible. Play more direct than we usually do. And most of their goals, unsurprisingly, Zambia, in terms of our scouting report, have been conceded through crosses from both flanks. So, naturally, we're looking to do exactly that. And I've just realised, while Mohamed Kamal puts us 1-0 up, finally scoring from a corner, we've got key highlights on. So we'll drop things back down to comprehensive. But it's given us a bit of a quick goal, so we can't really complain too much about that. We can see as well that the AI... I mean, you know, I don't want to blame the AI, and I understand how narrow systems have a lot of heavy reliance on the, obviously, fullbacks or wide players, but it seems like even when you're up against a weaker side, if they're playing a narrow kind of tactic on this year's match engine, they will always still go with ridiculously offensive wing-backs, which is... it seems unrealistic when you're Zambia, but at the same time, they are 1-0 down, so you can argue it does make sense. Okay, that's a good catch from Fekri, but we're now going to try and adapt and take advantage of the fact that they are leaving a lot of space to exploit behind the wing-backs, our good Zambian friends. So we'll do that tweak like that. Because I feel like when this guy bombs forwards, Ramsey should be a little bit more further forward from where he's previously positioned, which is his more natural position. But we have seen it in the past where if we kind of push them forward a little bit more, they do start kind of sitting a little bit further forward, which in scenarios like this is what we're really ideally looking for. Siam Finds Nedved. Said whips the ball in towards Hani at the back post, who will shoot and will find the back of the net. So Said may have not scored, but he has, you guessed it, got an assist. So now that we've got the 2 goals that I kind of came into this looking for, we can now tone it down a little bit, if you get where I'm coming from. So we'll just do a bit of that, and yeah, hopefully we should now start kind of seeing a bit more of the ball, keeping the ball a little bit tighter, and yeah, hopefully see the game out. And I think the icing on the cake, or the cherry on the cake, or whatever the hell the saying is, would be complete if we could make it 3 prior to half-time. Right, who shoots? And there we go. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Mohammed Abdurraouf blasts it in Ashraf style in our friendly against Morocco, if you remember that from a few episodes ago. So, yeah. Said is not scoring goals, but he is helping create them. So that's fine. I think he's going to come off at half-time anyways. Keep him nice and fresh for the upcoming few games. Hani has been a really good, I won't say sign-in, but in terms of bringing him into the side, whilst El Sayed was injured, who's our kind of usual right winger, it's great to see how he's performed, and it's great to see Kamal score yet another from a set piece. So our top goal scorer, I think, so far this tournament is actually a centre-back, which isn't too bad. We'll bring on Hani Mohsin to get some game time at centre-back. I think we can take Ramsey off to try and keep him nice and fresh as well. Islam Saber is now back from injury, and we know how good he's been coming off the bench as an inside forward for us down that side. And is there one more sub we want to make? I do want to make another sub, but I'm not going to make it simply because if we see an injury or something along them lines, I don't want to end up playing with 10 men. So we'll leave that injury kind of as a bit of an insurance policy for ourselves. But we are 4-0 up, guys. I did say coming into this that as soon as I see a narrow formation with how we're currently playing with Egypt, I feel like we've got the kind of explosive, no pun intended, wingers to really take advantage of that. So here we go. Can we make it 5? The answer, my friends, is no, because Chinyama is going to poke that ball over the bar. So we'll bring on El Sayed, coming back from injury, to get some game time under his belt on that right wing. I'm not sure yet whether or not he's going to instantly reclaim his place back instead of Hani. But because Hani is kind of like one of the older boys in the squad, chances are he will eventually struggle to deal with a lot of the legwork he's being asked to do. And a lot of our players have actually come into this game with tired legs. So there we go. Morocco, big target man in Arab up front, managed to get their goal. So they have just about sneaked in second place, which isn't great for us, but we probably don't have to worry about them because of the way the seeding works. So qualifying is a great achievement. Well done, boys. And I think to really kind of round up this episode, we need to see who we get in the next round. So I'm going to go and see exactly that, and I'll be back once I find out. I can't believe this. Honest to God, you cannot make this up. We've just got Angola in the second round. I mean, a part of me, you know, kind of like in cartoons when you've got a bad version of yourself on like the right or left-hand side and a good version. The good version is kind of whispering in my ear saying, oh, what a shame. You know, Angola would have liked to avoid them. And the bad version of me is just saying, oh, this is our chance for revenge. They gave you the sack and you were doing well. You could have qualified for the World Cup. Let's get revenge. Either way, we've got Angola. I think the draw could have been a lot more difficult, to be honest. I've not actually seen how some of the groups finished. So we're going to go and take a look at that now. So we topped our group. What is this? This is the wrong group I'm looking at. So, okay, African Cup of Nations, right? These are the groups we want to look at, thank you. So, Cameroon and Algeria topped Group A. We and Morocco topped Group B. South Africa, Ivory Coast topped Group C. Ah, yes, they have this interesting rule, don't they, where, like, teams in third place can still qualify. Okay, so that's how Angola qualified. So, to me, that really adds pressure onto us. For God's sake, guys, Angola finished in third place. We have to beat them in the next round. no choice. Ghana, unfortunately, still go through as well. It would have been nice to see them knocked out. And Guinea, not too worried about them. Senegal and Benin topped Group E. And the other Guinea went through with Nigeria and Tunisia in Group F. Interesting to see Nigeria finishing only second. Okay, I completely forgot that you could still finish in third place and go through, actually. So, yeah. I bet you someone in, like, a previous episode will have said that in the comments, and now will see me saying this and be like, oh my god, I told you in the last episode, when really I've just recorded the past few episodes all in one row. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Koulibaly is top goal scorer. No idea how to say that first name, but he plays for Stade Malien in the Mali League. And not bad for 425k a week. Top goal scorer so far the African Cup of Nations, outscoring Inacho. So, yeah, that is that. Let's take a quick look, actually, at the Angola side, because this is a bit of a short episode so far, because, let's be honest, Zambia didn't exactly put up much of a fight. Rafael Leao is a player I cannot seem to remember, but a player who, at the age of 30, looks blisteringly, worryingly good. Yes, okay. Gelson Dalla, of course. Gelson, my man. Of course I remember this lad. He's 32 now, though, so he's probably... I mean, one of his main strengths was his pace up front, and I doubt he still has that same blistering pace at the age of 32. We've got Zande. I remember him. He never really broke into the first team for me. He was very, very young. He was fast, but he was very, very young and didn't really have great technical or mental attributes. Adilson Pacavira, I do not recognise him. Joachim Kasule, do not recognise him. And I do not recognise Claudio Pereira either. So it does look like... Is there anyone here whatsoever that we recognise other than Gelson Dalla? Obviously recognise Matondo. He's grown a bit of a moustache. Oh, Matondo. How are you, lad? How many? Oh, he's scored 14 international goals. Always knew he was going to be a talent. Always knew he was going to be a talent. I think he scored one of them goals for me at the African Cup of Nations, I think it was, when we bottled that. Yeah, what a lovely man. He's grown a moustache and everything. I remember him when he was 17 or something. Do anyone else? No, I don't recognise anyone else. Oh, I recognise this guy, Zinedine Catrao. If you guys might remember him from well, not a few episodes ago, but quite a few episodes ago when we managed Angola, I looked at him, I was like, how on earth is someone from Angola called Zinedine? I mean, Zinedine Zidane Moises Catrao. Do you remember this guy? Zinedine Zidane. Like, can you imagine being one of them guys at the airport and this guy walks up to you and you look at his passport and he's genuinely called Zinedine Zidane Moses Catrao? What were his parents thinking? But anyways, if actually, I'm not one to talk. We got bloody Karim Nedved in our team. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Next episode will be getting revenge against Angola. Thanks for watching.